welcome back to my channel. Teresa Love here. Thank you so much for clicking. It means so much. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about some of my favorite TV shows and movies that I have recently watched. And I just thought it would be fun to talk about it and to have a little journal of shows that I watched years ago. And I just thought it would be fun to create a series like this and continue to share more and more about shows and movies. One of my favorite things about watching these Netflix current favorite TV shows or favorite movies is just to give you ideas. And I'll be watching YouTube and I'll be like, oh, I want to check out this video. It's about Netflix favorite TV shows. I will link the video that I got this idea from. Her name is Kate Bookstate and she's a booktuber and I love watching her. But she talked about this and it gave me ideas like, oh, I haven't seen that show, and oh, that sounds really interesting. I think I want to check it out. So I just thought it'd be fun for you to be able to check out some new TV shows or movies, maybe that you haven't heard of. If you could subscribe, I would love for you to join the family. And if you also like, I would love to just make more of these videos, and it definitely helps out my channel. Thanks so much. So the first show I wanted to talk about is Riverdale. It is amazing. I am definitely obsessing with Riverdale right now. Riverdale is based on the old Archie's comics, except it's like a dark version and it's a lot more intense. So we have Betty, Archie, Jughead, Veronica, Cheryl, Josie. We have all the Riverdale Archie crew, but in a dark, twisted way. There's teenage relationships, there's danger around every corner. Just when someone thinks that they're happy, something crazy happens. It is such a good show, and every episode I'm like, did that seriously just happen? Okay, I have to watch the next one. I actually watched the first 2 seasons on Netflix and I loved binge watching it. I watched season 1 when it came out and then season 2, but on season 3, because it is not out on Netflix yet, I'm watching it on CWTV.com website, and you can watch the recent episodes that has aired. And so I started watching on there and it's super awesome. There are commercials, but the commercials are like 3 minutes, so it's totally worth it. I will link that CW website in the description below too. The next show is called Charmed, but it's the 2018 version, and there used to be a show years ago on TNT and it was called Charmed, and it was about 3 sisters, the charmed ones. They were witches, they fought demons and the dark side, and they were good witches, and it was an awesome, awesome TV show. I loved it. So when I heard that they were rebooting a new version of Charmed, I totally had to check it out, and I am so happy I did. The show has the same world as the Charmed, so they have the Book of Shadows and they have demons, and they have the charmed ones, except these are different characters, and the house is really close to the old setting, but it's really awesome. It's about 3 girls who find out that they're witches, and they're like college age, so it's all fun and college stuff going on, but they have to navigate their love lives with their college, with being witches. It's super good, and I would totally recommend it. I'm also watching that on the CW website. The next show I want to talk about is Legacies. This is a spin-off from The Vampire Diaries. I do not know if you tried Vampire Diaries, but I loved it. I watched it when it was on TV, when it would come on every week. I would record it and then I'd watch it with my friend, and it's an amazing show. We have Elena and Stefan and Damien, and they're the Stefan and Damien are vampires and Elena is the human, and just like with their relationships and everything going on, crazy, crazy stuff happens, and like all of a sudden, I mean, you meet a vampire and you're a human, of course crazy stuff is gonna happen. And it's a super good show. So after I watched The Vampire Diaries, then I watched the originals, which is the show prequel to The Vampire Diaries, and now there's one after that one, which is called The Legacies. And this is about Alaric's twins, who are twin witches, and they were already like 4 months old and they were already like levitating stuff. So he was like, okay, I definitely have to build an academy and have them go to a school that they'll be safe. So he had this awesome idea and he built this supernatural academy of supernatural beings. We have vampires, werewolves, witches, and it's all about their lives within that and how they live in Mystic Falls with the humans and just like dealing with the navigating of being teenagers and relationships. Legacies also follows a girl named Hope, and I do not want to give it away because I do not believe in spoilers, but something happens in the originals and then we know all about Hope, and it's a very interesting and awesome story. So she's also part of this Legacies group, and it's a super cool show. It's definitely intense and so full of supernatural, but I really like it. I have a movie I wanted to talk about. A few weeks ago we watched A Dog's Purpose, and that is actually with the main character from Archie, KJ Apa, and he was the main character. I didn't even know it until I turned it on, and it's a really awesome, cute story from a dog's perspective. So pretty much the whole movie is in the dog's voice and what the dog sees and everything. It's super awesome. It's definitely an emotional roller coaster, but it was a really good movie, and I would definitely choose that one if you see it. I do have to say, in A Dog's Purpose, I do not believe in what the movie teaches. The movie has the dog come back in different dogs' bodies, and for me, I do not believe in reincarnation, so that is not what that is not my belief, but it was a super good movie and a very emotional one. The current book I am reading is book 4 of the Mortal Instruments, City of Fallen Angels. This is the 4th book from the Mortal Instruments, and the Mortal Instruments is about a girl named Clary Frey, and she is a human, and she goes to a club and she witnesses a murder, but when she tries to report it, she realizes that no one else can see the murder, the murderer, or the person being killed. So then stuff just spirals out of control, and we learn that she's part of a group called the Shadow Hunters, and they fight demons, and this is just a kick butt book, and it's super awesome, and I'm on book 4, and I have 2 more books left, and I am loving it. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely want to make more of these favorite TV shows and favorite movies. I would just love to give you options for you to choose. Thanks again for watching. Bye!